time for something same but different. And if you already read the title of this video, then yeah, you already know what's going on. Let's crack off with some Mortal Realms, shall we? Yeah, Age of Sigmar, other than my Bone Reaper videos, I actually have no clue. It's a game I've never played. I don't know the rules, and then I've watched maybe 1 or 2 bat reps, but other than that, I know nothing. So this is actually quite refreshing. The miniatures are lovely. You'll see them in a minute. But while I'm actually here, standing up, look how awesome this thing is. I love this poster. It's going up on the wall. There's info on the back. That's why it's not on the wall, because I'll show you that as we go through it. Because you actually get quite a bit for an issue 1. I feel that they learnt a lot after doing Conquest. Even though I'm 30 plus issues behind on Mortal Realms, it's been out for a while. In the UK, it's been out for forever. I'm well behind on this, guys, so bear with me. At some point I'll catch up, who knows. But yeah, let's crack on. Let's see what's in the mag, because there's a lot in here. Some really good information. They go right in depth with a few things about who we're collecting and that type of thing. So yeah, let's crack on. Alright, I'm not 100% sure on how I'm going to get around doing this, but let's start with this. So this is actually the backside of that poster I just showed you. So far, right here, we have a bit of a layout about your collection. This is issues 1 to 4. You know, the typical stuff they do: collect, build, paint, and play, which is really cool. It gives you like a little bit of a kind of an insight into the Age of Sigmar hobby, that type of thing. I don't really remember having a poster like this for Conquest, but someone will remind me at some point. If we go to the other side, this is the whole collection. It's kind of cool they've done this. It makes things really quite interesting. The only thing is, it's not 3 in gold and then the rest is grey, or that's all in the Nighthawk gloomy kind of green colour and the rest is grey. So far, I can say this because I've got tons of the issues. It does go grey at some point, but a few other things are still colour-coded. Doesn't matter. You'll see. Terrain, you guys know what I'm like. I love terrain. That on its own is just worth collecting for me. I love it. As you can see here, Task Eternals. I don't know why I made that mistake. Now, and then we've got the, I don't want to say Night Haunts, but yeah, Night Haunts. As you can see there, or Armies of Death, all skeleton-y and ghosty and awesome looking. And then, yeah, these guys all gold and awesome in itself. Now, I have had Age of Sigmar models ages ago. In fact, I believe I had majority of these way back when they refreshed Age of Sigmar. I actually did an unboxing video, which you'll see just about here-ish. That was it. That was it. I've not had Stormcast or Night Haunts since. In fact, even in that video, I had given Night Haunts to my friend John. We all know John. It's been a while since he's been around, but we all know John. And I've got, obviously, you've seen my Bone Reapers. So yeah, so this is quite interesting to me. This is 2 completely different armies I've never had, so I'm not bored with seeing these models or painting them yet. I say. So it's actually quite nice, and I love terrain. What else is in this magazine? Hang on. Not magazine, poster. So yeah, it's on the other side. We have what you get if you do your subscription. We know my opinion on this, so I'm not going to go into it. But if you are, this is what you can get. Pretty cool. And then also with premium subscriptions, I'm not sure, so I haven't actually seen how this bit works, but I believe you get models with each one of these, and a little book going through them all, which is amazing. This would be the only reason I would go premium, but it's way too late for me to do all that. Again, way behind on these. And then, just on the other side, welcome to Mortal Realms. Probably should have started with this bit. Oh well. Alright, so that's the poster. I'll put that up on the wall in a minute. Let's see what else comes with it. So we also get, I think this came with it. I moved, guys, so everything's a little bit mixed up, but this is just a little bit about, I'm not even going to begin to pretend I can pronounce that word, but the Sigma Dominion for the Stormcast and all the rest of those guys there. I'm not going to read all that because that's long, but it is beautiful artwork. You cannot deny that. As usual with these magazines, artwork is amazing. Advertising, but we've seen previously with the rest on the other poster. Yeah, I'm just throwing that on the ground. But we also get this really nice, really small playmat. It's a little bit better because it's a little bit thicker than the ones you got with Conquest so far. It's double-sided, so one side actually has where you set all this up. Stormcast, Night Haunts, Chain Rasps, but we'll explain that in a second. And then a blank page. This is just so you can learn the rules, learn the basics, and move on from that, which I actually like. And let me know in the comments. Do you want me to go through the like actually rolling the dice with how the magazine works? Let me know. Hang on. So let's move on to the magazine. Right, so here's issue 1. Nice page picture on the front here of your guys that you actually do get in this magazine, but we'll get to that as well a bit later. So in this, we're going to crack through Age of Sigmar, the Realms, Stormcast Eternals, the miniatures you get in this for Stormcast, as well as the Night Haunts, Chain Rasps, as you'll see as we go through. I'm not going to read all this, guys. I'm just going to show you the magazine. It's really beautiful artwork, as you can see, of Age of Sigmar with some really cool stuff going on there. But very quickly, Stormcast Eternals are essentially... really quickly, they're souls of fallen heroes that Sigmar himself has taken and imbued into a suit of armor. Right, that's probably the quickest. Someone will correct me because I know I'm well wrong on that one. But yeah, they're essentially souls in a big suit of armor. Some of them get to keep their memories and things like that. From what I remember from reading something up previously. And they're the characters and the heroes kind of things of the heroes. But yeah, so we just go on from there. Here's a beautiful image of Stormcast all painted up in their gold and blue goodness. If you don't like painting gold, there are tons of, what are they called? Like vaults with different colors, but each... they're kind of like Space Marines where they've got their different chapters. Same thing with these guys. They got their different chapters. They got different colors. They have different specialties. From how I remember, from what little I remember of Age of Sigmar. So sequesters are what we get in this issue. They're essentially gigantic. War gear. Here we go. They're kind of just like hammer wielding shield guys, and they're kind of really cool. So that's them. Then we move on to Night Haunts. So this is the other models we get. Night Haunts, we get a thing called Chain Rasps, and essentially these are just your armies of death. They're the dead that have risen up because Nagash, who's the opposite to Sigmar, so not opposite, but he's similar to Sigmar where he's a god, I think. Big bad guy. Nagash is a great model. I want one. But yeah, he raises the dead, and the dead wreak havoc on the world of the living, so on and so forth. So there is some night haunts painted up, fighting against them. They're really cool. Like I said, big ghosts. And we get chain rasps. So chain rasps are there. They're the most numerous of the spirits that Nagash has brought in. They're everywhere. That's what you'll find a lot of. And here's a little bit more details on them. And they're really nice. Quick how to build. These guys went together super quick, super easy. Had no problems with them. I left the shields off when I painted them up, as you'll see in a second, just to make painting a couple of details a little easier. The only thing I can say is the chain rasps. Now, that's where you've got to be nice, gentle, careful, because this dude's arm snapped off of me multiple times and was an absolute nightmare to glue back together. And then you've got this dude here with the candles, and I've actually had the candles fall off and then had to re-glue them back in. But yeah, just really thin, delicate pieces. So be careful, guys, when you're putting this together, and even more careful when you're painting them. That's just my experience. Yours may differ. Now we move on to actually how to play the game. I'm skipping the how to paint because, well, we don't get paints with these issues. So don't worry about it. That's issue 2, I think. I haven't actually opened issue 2. We'll find out. The Eve of Battle. So this is literally going to be learning how to do it all. As you can see, that's that mat we have from before. That's how it's all set up. How to move. Oh yes, guys, we do supposed to get dice and one of those clear plastic floppy rulers. Couldn't even tell you where the dice are, and I lost that ruler ages ago. But here we go through the playthrough, learning everything. This is really simplified to get you to know the basics. It's actually really cool. So in this time, it's a pile in and fighting with weapons, as you can see here. Hit rolls, removing models, and continuing on with the chain rasp side of things. And yeah, so that's it. If you guys want me to actually play through this, I know it's only like a basics, but given that I have no experience with Age of Sigmar, might be interesting. Let me know if you want to see that as a second video. I'd be happy to do it. And then yeah, again, more subscribe to, and then we move on to the back. As always with these, we have a coming to the Mortal Realm. So issue 2, we get some more ghosties. They have a name, but I just don't know. A new playthrough, more about the Nine Haunts. And then issue 3, we have reinforcements for our Stormcast with a Gryph-hound. Yeah, that's probably one of the... I like that. It's actually kind of cool. As you can see there, and we get paint. So Corax White paintbrush, and then we get Retributor armor. Essentially, if you're painting all this, you're going to need those, and Corax White is something you should all have in your paint arsenal anyway. Even if you hate the color, if you learn how to use it properly, it's actually amazing. So yeah, so guys, that's the magazine and the things that come in it. Let's have a look at the model, shall we? Right, let's start off with our really awesome sequesters. So these are the 3 Stormcast models you actually get with issue 1. I love them. I think they're great. The last time I painted one of these up was years ago. I painted one up from that Start Collecting box that I posted a link to earlier before. So it's 3 out of 5. So there's 13 models in total you get with issue 1. So these are the 3. And as you can see, they're super lovely. This was just a quick paint job, guys, and I did the base. Nice and simple. I found a use for the Astro Granite that we got with all the Conquest issues, just a little bit around the edging just to make them appear a little bit different. She's awesome. I like the difference with the hair, and he's just got that massive hammer there. But as you can see, really nice, easy detailed miniatures there. It was actually quite a fun thing to paint, I think, just because it was so different, and I've not painted all gold almost in a very long time, but typical me. I love the fact that there's blue in there. Let's move on to the bad guys. And here we have our chain rasps. Oh, he's a bit too far back. Let's just pop him there, shall we? The chain rasps, again, something different. I've not painted ghosts before. Lots of dry brushing, and that's about it. These were actually lots of fun. I like the little gravestones on the base. Painted the green. The candles are really cool. So these are the candles you got to be careful with. They've actually you can actually see the line where they actually popped out. They didn't snap off. They had little tiny pegs so I could sit them back on again. And this is the dude whose arm broke off, as you can see there. Yeah, just a little bit annoying. But yeah, I gave these guys a good couple of dry brushes of different colors, a bit of typhus corrosion on their weapons, and some riser rust just to make them all rusty and, you know, old school and ancient. These were fun to paint. Again, a lot of models for issue 1. So yeah, guys, that is Mortal Realms. I'm sorry this was a long video, but there's a lot to take in. It is a first issue, but there we go. Let's move on to issue 2. And again, leave a comment if you want to see me do the get started version of what was in the back of that book there, and I'll quickly put one of them out. But there, I like these. These are a lot of fun to paint. Yeah, something completely different for me that wasn't, you know, 40k. So yeah, guys, have a good one. I'll see you in issue 2 and eventually finish off Conquest. Yay!